Hey guys, welcome back to the Bench with the Reserve Team podcast. As you can see, everyone's in attendance today. We're looking forward to this episode 22. We can't thank you enough for joining us, and I think we've got a good one in store as always.
Sit back. Messi!
To start out this podcast, something a little new for us. This podcast is actually going to be presented by Ultima. It's our newest sponsor for this episode. Ultima is a replenisher. It's a good substitute for the sugary drinks such as Gatorade and other items like that. It's a product that the three of us have grown to love, and we think it's a pretty it's a healthier alternative to soda and Gatorade and other stuff like that. So the first ever episode presented by Ultima. So we'll just hop right in right now.
Yep.
Week two of the Prim. Yeah, shout out Ultima, up Ultima. So week 2 of the Prim has come and gone. I think I speak for all of us when our teams left something to be desired this week. But we'll go ahead and we'll start with the team that is out of the three of ours that has the most points and is up there on the table. We'll go with Max. And we'll start with Man United here.
Yeah, so if I could describe the game, I'd just say disappointing. Southampton away. We're an away team. Southampton, losing Vestergaard and Ings. They're a much weaker side than they were last year. And then they go up to what was a defensive mess. In all honesty, terrible clearance. Bruno gets fouled. And what's he do? Instead of gets up in defense, starts complaining to the ref. And then they get a shot off, deflects it off Fred. Back in the net. But luckily, we bounced back in the second half. Great goal. Great work from Bruno and Pogba, showing why they're world class again. And Pogba, too, with another assist. And then Greenwood bags another one. So that's big time for him and big time for us because I've been rooting for him since day one. And besides that, not much happened besides that. Game ends 1-1. So, yeah, just disappointing overall. Expected 3 points there. Expected us to really, after we scored, to really just hammer it in. 2-1, 3-1, but just nothing. So, yeah, just left disappointed.
Yeah, I definitely thought, looking from Southampton's perspective, once the one went in, I thought the floodgates were going to open, and that was kind of it. But, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and I think a little bit of luck went their way, and they were able to pull out a point there.
Also, yeah. I think that with fans being back in the stadiums, I think that still just plays a huge role. I think the predictor app, I think I said 2-0 United. Honestly, I didn't expect Southampton to even score. But yeah, I mean, it's a fair point probably, and probably Southampton probably happier with it just to get out of there with the point with what's going to be a top 4 side this season. So,
and I didn't touch much on this about his debut last episode, but Sancho got in again a little earlier this time. He's showing good signs, but it's not too much to really get me excited about him yet. I'm sure he's gonna step
Max
into his
Max
game.
isn't gonna be excited by Sancho. You heard
it. No. But he'll get into his rhythm, and he's gonna be one of our more dynamic players. Plus, I really hope Varane starts this next game. So, yeah, disappointing.
I heard he's set to make his debut or something like that. So I think even his presence, while they weren't challenged too much in the back, just his presence there can solve a lot of issues. I think just
a ton of issues, dude.
Yeah,
a ton of issues. I can't wait for him to start. Him and Sancho just to be in that starting 11. I can't wait.
It'll be crazy. All right, so we'll move on to Big Al Gunners over there.
Yeah.
Once again, not the result you were hoping for.
No, not at all. But
not to pat myself on the back, but I did predict the score correctly. So that's 1 point me.
Say GGU.
No.
Yeah. You could tell in the first 10 minutes that Tierney was getting sucked out a lot out of his left back position, and I don't know whether it was Arteta's decision not to have Saka track, because Saka used to be left back and still easily can play that, and he tracked back, so he knows how to defend. But Tierney was just he was pulling in too much, almost playing center back, and covering whoever was there for the most part. I don't know if it was Xhaka not coming back as well, and that just left Reece James having the time of his life out there. And Lukaku, of course, had to open up the scoring first. I think it's his first ever goal for Chelsea. Like, I could be wrong. I actually believe, like, I saw something like that might be his first ever goal for the club. Like, obviously in the Prem. And, his great hold up play, dude. He made Pablo Mari look like oh my God, like a child out there.
I was gonna say he stunned him.
Pablo Mari was getting thrown around out there, bullied, absolutely bullied. And then it was a good goal by Chelsea to open it up. And I just think I get so frustrated by us sometimes, just because there was one time where Saka did just a bad move on Azpilicueta, and Azpilicueta easily took the ball away from him. But I feel like would have looked up I think it was Smith Rowe on the other side. We could have passed it to, and that's when I literally we were watching it at our friends, and I literally threw a cup. I was like, dude, that. I just get so frustrated by we make life so hard for us, and we make just terrible decisions. But someone who once again stood out to me, I think Sambi in the middle, Lukanga, the new guy, he's actually a really joy to watch. He pings the ball really well, very calm on the ball. And then once again, we didn't change anything tactically. It goes out wide to Reece James, and he has a great strike. Nothing Leno could do about it. To be fair, Leno was probably one of our, if not the best player, made some great saves on Lukaku, especially when they hit was it the crossbar or the post? I think the crossbar.
No, he blocked it and hit the crossbar.
Crossbar, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's
But
crazy.
yeah, we didn't really have too many opportunities. We did look threatening for a little bit in the second half, but it wasn't like Sam even texted, he's like, "Oh, I'm getting nervous," and I was like, "Why?" I just even with Aubameyang coming on, and I love Martinelli, but he just seems like he just runs around a lot, and I'm just like, I don't know if you're better out wide or at striker. I just think I was watching another podcast, so sorry I can't take credit for the reserve team, but I think we're just not playing to our strengths with what we have at the moment. And sure, we are missing a lot of players, like Party's out, Ben White's got COVID, Lacazette, Aubameyang. We are missing some key players. Honestly, with how the season's going, Brentford, it's kind of I don't want to say scripted in a sense. It was good to see Brentford win, and that's coming from an Arsenal fan, I guess. It was nice for them. What's the word to say? It was picture perfect for them. First game of the season, first game in 70 years. Okay, then we have Chelsea. Chelsea are going to win one Champions League. We're going to lose. We're going to lose on Saturday morning. Okay, at City. And I always predict this to win, so I'm going to predict a 1-1 draw. I honestly think after those three results, first game against Norwich at home or whatever, if we're home or away, I'm not sure at the moment. That could be literally when our season starts. I mean, what did you guys think then?
Well, I reached out to the research team for the reserve team podcast, and it is Lukaku's third goal for Chelsea.
Oh,
so
was it his first in the Prem though? Could I be wrong or right on that?
That I do not know. It just gives me his general goal.
I mean, either way, it's one of his first goals for Chelsea. And God, dude, I can't think about that first goal without Pablo Mari just getting bullied from start to finish. I don't even know if I texted in our group. I was like, "What is Mari doing?" He just fell.
The research team says it is his third Premier League goal.
Okay, so I mean, whatever. I was wrong, but still one of his first. Yeah,
still a small number.
Of course, he has to score his first one comeback. Against us, it was scripted once again, picture perfect. But yeah, what did you guys think? Max and I were watching it. Matthew, what did you think?
Like you kind of said, scripted. I think it went about exactly how I had it in my head. I didn't think there were too many surprises. Just Chelsea looked like a very good side, yeah. and Arsenal looked middle table, and yeah, they looked like Arsenal, and Chelsea looked like Chelsea. And what really stood out for me though is who Chelsea still had on their bench. They played that well, and they still have a bench full of Conte comes in off the bench in the 70s.
When I saw that, I was like, I forgot about him.
Right. And how do you forget about him? That's just crazy. So
yeah, even in the first 10 minutes, I was kind of yo, we're actually kind of playing well. Or did Lukaku score in the first 10? Or maybe it was the first 5. Whatever it was before the goal. I was like, oh, we're actually like not playing that bad at the moment. And like I felt like we had somewhat momentum. Like I think we were pinging out why we were doing some decent things. It was just like tactically, like Tierney was getting called out so much. I don't know if that was his fault, Arteta's, Saka's, Xhaka not covering as well. Like I don't know.
It's got to solely fall back on Arteta, right? Like he's been doing the same crap over and over again, and it's like it's not getting fixed. Like yeah, like you know who Chelsea is. You know they have a heavy, strong back line, and they're gonna counter the crap out of you. Especially now with Lukaku, he's gonna hold up play. Like you know what I mean? Like, and it's just I don't think Arteta like does anything to counter it. You know what I mean? Like I think he still like sticks to his adjustments. Yeah. I think he just sticks to what he wants to do regardless of who he plays, which is like it's like a ballsy way to go in the Prem, and like if it works, it works. But like
it's almost like I feel like Liverpool's kind of in that sense, but Liverpool are so good at what they do.
They
can do that
over the years though.
Here at Arsenal Football Club, we cannot do what we want to do with the players.
You don't have the players. Yeah, I was gonna say there's no depth in that squad to make Arteta's plans like actually happen.
This was the same thing that we kind of talked about in the Euros when England rolled out with a different formation against Germany to counteract their thing. And I was on the side of England's good enough to dictate the style of play and stuff like that. And obviously, I mean, it worked for England. So like it's a very similar conversation we're having. Like if you're good enough, if you're Liverpool and you can dictate the way you want to play and you're good enough to say we're playing this way no matter what, like all power to you. But if you're not as good of a side, then you're going to have to make adjustments. And I think, kind of maybe even segueing into the next game, a lot of times I was watching the Leicester West Ham game, and West Ham fans get mad that West Ham doesn't play the flashy style of football where they possess and they play like a Liverpool or they play like a Man City, but they counter and they win games. And so, and they're able to kind of, take away the strengths of other people, and they play to their strengths, and it may not look the best, but it's functional and it gets points.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, you said it perfectly. I think Arteta is just so out of his league, bro. With Arsenal, like Alex, when does he get sacked?
I think so. We play West Brom. This
I swear, if Arsenal can't if they can't win tomorrow, dude, I'm serious. Throw in the towel.
I think fans. Honestly, in all fairness to him, I guess would be that Norwich game. Like if we do not beat Norwich, no draw. No,
it's got to be 3 points or nothing. It has to be.
Because Carabao Cup, it could be just a youth team, which I mean, at the moment, it's a youth team. Danny Near.
Do they need confidence though? Like literally
you don't. I hope they roll out with like a good our youth is good, but we don't have like the Premier League experience like
Foden's and
I mean, Saka.
Saka,
that's different talk.
Is your star player?
Yeah, like I shouldn't be relying on a 20-year-old right now at the moment, and that's just how Arsenal is.
In the early 1960s, I believe there was a Major League Baseball team that did this promotion where they allowed the fans to manage the team for a day. So they had certain signs that said what pitch the pitcher should throw, and so whatever the manager looked up and saw in the stands.
You would do it.
At this point, Arsenal might as well do that.
Dude,
they just vote for whoever's going to be the starting lineup.
So we were talking. No, I was gonna say when Alex and I got home from Indy this weekend, and we started talking to my parents about the game, well, more my dad, but started talking to my dad about the game, and he was coming at Arsenal and all this, and I looked at our mom and we go, Mom, you could probably do a better job than what Arteta's doing right now. Seriously. I think it's just
I wanted him because everyone was I think everybody also changed, which is their views on him, because he should do he could do well, Pep's assistant. Now that everyone's coming on, he had no experience, blah blah. I'm like, well, we were saying something different at the start, I feel which I don't think is fair to him. But then again, we lose to Burnley at home and people and everything, so yeah. I've been Arteta out for a while.
And that'll end our segment of Arsenal Fan TV.
Thank you for watching AFTV, everyone.
I hope if he stays, I hope he proves me wrong. And on to the Leicester game.
I was going to say, Matthew, let's not the result the Foxes wanted, huh?
Before we start, Was it a red card?
So I personally
I
don't
think it
so.
was.
I don't.
I think it was.
I'm not justifying the tackle at all. It was a terrible tackle, definitely deserved a card. But I think the fact that he was stumbling, got bumped from behind, and even in the post game, the dude who I don't remember his name who got fouled, he was like, "Listen, I saw the play. He got bumped. Like I have no hard feelings." Like a lot of times, if a straight red, like you're gonna have hard feelings, right? Like if 95% of the time, if one of you went into a tackle with me and you got a red card, I would be mad at you. The dude after the game was like, I don't even blame him. Like,
and like when it happened, the ref just like kind of turned, like everybody just continued play. Like he didn't blow his whistle. Like initially, it was just the guy screaming, and I think like there was another West Ham player who was like right there who was screaming at. I think it was Cresswell or something, was screaming as well. But like, I think we just seen that foul too many times in the Prem, where I just kind of knew, like I was like, that's gonna be a red. But
yeah, bad tackle, just unfortunate, and I just don't think it was because it wasn't intentional and he couldn't really help it. Like, yeah, he was going for the ball, but like, and he obviously got his ankle. Yeah. Not a good tackle.
He did hit him hard. Like it was
he got him hard. Yep. I don't want to come off as oh that was fair play just because he got bumped. No,
but I don't got a card.
Yeah, that was clean. Play on.
Oh, ball.
Yeah.
But then what happened, Matthew?
What happened?
Yeah, things went a little downhill from there. It was kind of brutal, to be honest. It was the first time in a long time that I've just been like, just the boys looked lost for the lads. They go down 2-0, down a man. Then what makes it worse, honestly, is that Yuri Tielemans finds a way to net one. And I texted you guys and I was like, oh, don't count out the boys. Like if you're going to be down 10 men, like Jamie Vardy's the guy you want because and
you're just going to kick it over the line and he's going to change.
And like Leicester's good at that. Like I was like, all right, bet we could get a draw, a little momentum. And then, it just, yeah.
And then Antonio
he had
a special day.
Yeah.
A special day.
Yeah, good for him. On a real note, though, I'm really happy for him. I think a lot of people have doubted him. He's had trouble with injuries in the past, and he's looking like a stud. Honestly, he's good.
He did well for my fantasy as well. So, GG to him. Hey, your boy Soyuncu with the little error.
Yeah, that hurts.
He didn't even. I was like, dude, look up.
He didn't. I think. Yeah, it was just bad. Totally all around. It's just little things like that where a Johnny Evans or a Vestergaard, like he's not going to be on the ball there, but maybe his presence is like, he's up and he's like, hey, don't, he's talking to him or something like that, where a little more maturity on the field would help. Like, and I think that's what Leicester's missing. Like Bertrand hasn't played, he's a vet. Johnny Evans. Yeah. So there's still a depleted back line. Castagna hasn't played at all. James Justin hasn't played. So like, there's still some patchwork doing in the back right now. And so I think I just hope that once you shore up that back line, everything forward will just kind of work itself out.
Yeah. And then when you guys scored, you guys put on the new signing Daka. And then, more credit to Rodgers. He tried to go for it, but just ended up costing him. Well, I think it was 2-1 then, right? Because then Antonio got us 2. But
what else are you gonna do? You're already points anyway. You might as well go for it.
Might as well send it.
Especially because Daka's really fast.
Yeah.
So might as well.
I want to see how they roll out this next game without Iosi. Like I don't know. Like I could see them maybe trying to run a 3-back with like 2 forwards. Like they did that a little bit last year with Iniacho and Vardy, or maybe it's Pats and Daka and Vardy. Like that's a lot of pace up top. That's a FIFA squad right there.
It is a FIFA squad, honestly.
So that's what I'm most interested to see about this next week, and hopefully get things back on the foot. Norway.
Oh, okay. Okay, so dub.
So hopefully Norwich.
Oh,
so hopefully get things back on the right foot. Maybe test some things out. Score some goals. That'd be nice.
Is it home?
That I do not know.
I could say. I could honestly, if it's home, I could see fresh.
I could 3 points.
Yeah, I could see like a safe, like comfortable 2-3-0 dub, honestly, especially after losing 4-1.
Yeah, they'll bounce back.
Especially if you're home.
They go West Ham though.
The research team says that it's away. It's at Norwich.
1-0 win for Leicester.
I'm okay with that. 3 points, baby.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
So now that we've all aired our sorrows of week two,
It's a tough weekend for the reserve team.
Yeah, seriously.
let's move into some non-EPL news. I think, the big thing, I screenshot the notification when it came across, sent it to you guys right away. And
Mhm.
Alex had already seen it on Twitter. Mbappe, Real Madrid put in a massive bid.
180, 188, something like that.
$88.
180.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah,
that's
It's,
crazy.
it's his dream to
What
play
is
at
it?
Madrid, and he's still so young.
he
But it seems like Madrid literally wants him now. So
so apparently he's already rejected three
3
PSG
long,
contract extensions. So like if he hasn't made it clear before, like and I think Fabrizio tweeted he wants out this summer or the next.
next summer.
And
I think
if he's got a brain, play with Messi this summer
Yeah.
and then leave next summer.
and, and they already started Ligue 1 and he's scoring goals already.
Yeah, he
Like,
is.
what do you need? Like, you've already won so many things at a young age. All you need is the Champions League. And he's good. Then you can go
And
on
he'll-
and venture off, I
he'll-
feel like.
It's probably safe to say he'll probably win Ballon d'Or too in the future at some point.
Yeah. It's almost like the whole Neymar thing where Neymar left for PSG. I don't think Mbappe wants to be. Honestly, he's like number 2 or 3. Maybe you can make it. I mean,
probably
just
3, honestly. Let's be
I
real.
was gonna say, it depends on how you look at it, because we all know who 1 is now. But it's just like, does he really want to be that third man if he is considered? But I would gladly be that third man. But I don't know.
Do you guys think he's that much? Do you think it's a reasonable bid? That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Him
I
and
think it's
Holland.
100% worth it, especially if
Yeah.
you're going to get him at a young age and he wants to play there. Like, you're going to
Yeah.
have him for life, probably, right?
Do you think we could see a bid of 200 mil or more?
I thought they said this was going to be their
Oh, was
last
it? Okay.
highest.
I was gonna say.
Holland
If-
next summer.
I was just saying,
United.
I would pay everything for both of them.
Yeah.
I think
Might as well back up the Brinks truck, baby.
Yeah. No, that's crazy.
But Benzema and Mbappe up top, that'd be dirty. I guess we did. I guess
and the
we
way
saw that in the
Vinicius-
Euros.
And the way Vinicius has been playing these past few games for Madrid, I think he's got like 3 goals in 2 games or something like that. for him.
Yeah,
So,
I guess we saw it at the Euros with those two, but I guess we'll see. I actually have no idea what's gonna happen. I hope he stays, but
Yeah. I just I understand it's his dream, but he's still so young. Like, just go next summer. Just win now. Go
Yeah.
next summer.
I think
I know you don't want to play second fiddle, but you're playing second fiddle to the greatest of all time. Like,
true.
You'll
Bold
be-
prediction.
Like,
Bold
don't-
prediction. He's leaving
nope.
right here. Bold prediction. He's gonna leave. I bet he leaves this summer.
Baker bets.
Baker bet right here. 188 mil, bro, is too much to turn down. They will win. Like, obviously they'll win Champions. Like, their chances of winning Champions League with Mbappe is skyrocketed, right? But like, even without him, let's be real. Look at the squad. They should still win Champions League without Mbappe. Like, I don't know, but
I literally wonder if it literally just has to come down to him
I was
because
gonna say it's all personal though. Whatever he wants.
the
it's-
board, I'm pretty sure, have said like he's not leaving this.
Yeah,
summer.
they don't want him to leave. It's literally if he wants to leave or not this summer or next.
just,
So
just stay.
We could
like,
maybe
right here,
see a
he's
thing where
leaving. He is gone.
I was gonna say we could see a thing where I'm pretty sure when he signed for PSG, he finished that season out for Monaco and then joined them. We could see maybe that where he wants to he's like agrees to it or personal terms or whatever it is, and he joins Real Madrid next year. But I don't know.
Never know. This could be the craziest transfer market, which
Never.
kind of brings us to our next transfer news, right?
Max, you kick it off. You're the United fan.
Yeah. So apparently, I'm not gonna jump the gun too soon, right? I'm not gonna call him a snake. Or
Yeah,
anything
Max
just
never
yet.
does that.
Yeah.
Max
Right,
never
yeah.
jumps the gun.
Yeah.
Max Baker, come on. But Ronaldo is apparently interested in joining Man City, which to me makes 0 sense for him, as he's a United legend. he's already came out and said like in a previous video, like I like it doesn't matter to me the money. It's about the passion. I don't want to join City. If I wanted money, I'd go to Qatar. So like, hopefully he holds true to that. And because I think the whole Juve situation is weird. I don't think he wants to stay. Like Juve have come out and said, "Oh, Ronaldo's staying this summer." I feel like if a bid comes in for him though, like they're gonna be like, "All right, you can."
And I think an interesting thing with it too is City have so many players that they're not playing or like players they want to like give like move on to the next club transfer. Like they could throw like Silva, Jesus, Laporte, like they could throw in someone like that, and
All three of which who have expressed interest in wanting to leave before. So
I just couldn't. I cannot see Ronaldo doing that to Man United. Like
he better not, bro.
Organization, like everybody involved, fans, board, players, past, current. Like I think he cannot do this.
Could you imagine Pep getting to manage Messi, and then also getting to manage Ronaldo, bro? Like, yeah, Ronaldo's like getting a little old and stuff, but like he's still right. It's a Ronaldo, so like
you can't. I don't. I really want to know how like what like Roy Keane and like Gary Neville like United legends think about that transfer. I don't know if they've come out and said anything yet, but since it's so new,
Only time will tell.
yeah.
Twitter would
any predictions? Any predictions? I said mine about Mbappe. Any for you guys? What do you think? He stays? He going?
I think.
Or does he go? Just not to City?
I think he stays.
I think he's stuck. I think he might want out, but I think he's stuck. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't even start this past game for him. Like, I don't know. Yeah, just a weird, like, sticky situation for him.
I want to see that for like 30 seconds just because I want to see Twitter explode. But then after that, like, I don't want it to happen, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We need some fake news to spread so I can see the reactions, but then it not be real.
That's what I thought it was initially. And I texted I texted Max and Drake because Drake said something, and I said, I don't believe anything until I see Fabrizio tweet about it.
Yeah.
And then Fabrizio, and I go, you gotta be kidding.
And then he came out with something. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. We will see.
So let's continue on with the podcast. We're gonna go into our
first
week 3 match of the week. I think we'll go with another Chelsea match. We'll spare Alex the focal point, and we'll go Chelsea-Liverpool this week.
That's the
12:30
game.
Yep.
So we'll highlight that one for this week. We'll pick that as our match of the week. I'm excited to watch this one. It's going to be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
What are you saying, Matthew?
Yeah, kick it off.
What predictions? What are you saying?
It's at Stamford Bridge, I think. No. Yeah. It's at
2-2.
I think it'd be high.
Were you really going to say 2-2? I was actually going to say 2-2-2. 2-2-2. 2-2-2-2.
I think we could see like.
I think we're going to see goals, and I don't think we're going to see either team win. That was just.
Yep, that's exactly my thought. So
yeah.
I think it's going to be 2-2 draw. I honestly don't see Liverpool winning just away. I mean, but I think this is Lukaku's first game back. It's going to be back. He's back home. Bull crap. I think. God, I kind of want to go bold here. I think Chelsea could win like 3-1.
All right.
Verge won't let it happen.
See, that's what I was going to say 3-1, but I was either going to say 2-2 tie or Chelsea win like 1-0, 2-0, or something. Just Chelsea win. But I'm going to say 2-2 tie.
All right. 2-2, 2-2, 3-1. All right.
I'm with it.
And then
I mean, after I wake up and see Arsenal wipe City at the end, I'm going to be hyped. So. What do you guys, real quick, what do you think for that game?
3-0 City.
Matthew,
no. I'm going to say 4-0 City.
I was going to say 4-0.
4-0 City. Yeah, 4-0 City.
1-0 Arsenal.
Alex.
I changed my 1-1.
Could you see a 4-1?
Alex. Could you see him scoring?
Yeah. I don't know.
Look at me. Alex, look at me. Who is scoring the goals on your team?
Aubameyang's back. We'll get a pen.
Baka. Leno.
Leno header. 90th minute comes up. It's like an
Pablo,
L.
Arteta's gonna check himself in.
Pablo
Dude, at
Mori.
this point,
Pablo Mori
Pablo Mori,
redeems himself.
you know,
All right, so there you've heard our predictions. We're gonna end this episode with a very new segment. We're gonna end with our Ultima Toast of the Week. So this is gonna go out to this week is gonna go out to a player that we think deserved it and kind of stood out this week. So I'll let Big Al explain our Ultima Toast of the Week.
Our ultimate toast of the week. This is gonna go to Romelu Lukaku for getting his first goal back since coming from Inter. He was probably the man of the match? Yeah, but I think you could just tell it meant so much to him as he's shushing the Emirates, and I think he fully deserves it as he was brilliant against us. So I would give it to him.
There you go. There's our Ultima Toast of the Week. Cheers to Romelu.
big
Cheers.
Rom, baby.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to this episode. We really hope you enjoyed it. We had a great time making it. Might be one of our best ones yet. I don't know. You tell us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Don't forget this episode is sponsored by Ultima. Go out and get some Ultima Replenisher today.
Right now, up the reserve team, baby.
Good reserve.
Up the reserve team.